Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, we've all heard the saying, freedom isn't free. And it's especially important to remember that as we commemorate Veterans Day this week.
Yeah, that's certainly correct, Cheryl. And while it's nice to have a stranger thank me for my military service, I served. I'm very proud for being able to serve. There are a lot of other veterans out there who could really use some additional support. Bob Maxwell, with the Voice of Veteran, is here to tell us more. Welcome to Main Street Living, Bob, and thank you for your service, man.
Well, thank you for your support and thanks for letting me be here.
No problem, no problem. Now, of course, tell us how Voice of the Veteran got started, and you guys have accomplished a lot, but what were you hoping to accomplish?
Well, it started back in Michigan. I had to go back from Las Vegas, where I live, go back and take care of my dad. He fell and broke his hip, and we all know what happens after that. So I started there just to hear stories of the veterans, and because they got so much to say. Most of them don't like to talk, but once you get them going, you can't stop them. So we started with that, like a veterans history project, because the kids today, they don't really know Vietnam or Korean War, or, especially World War II. So that's how it started. And it morphed into what we're doing now. I made it a nonprofit, and good Lord, it's just taken off. We help people with their veterans with their disability claims.
Good.
Yeah. So, Bob, what would you say is the main mission of Voice of the Veteran?
Well, we're a 501c3 now, and we're a veterans media organization, a veterans outreach organization, and we're dedicated to the total enhancement of the life and lifestyle of veterans and their families. So whatever we can do, I mean, sometimes we make it up as we go on the fly, but it's there, and that's what we're doing. Very simple, not a sophisticated approach.
Yeah, like that's so cool. And like I know, like with veterans like such as myself, I decided to go the route of entrepreneur, right? And there's so many other directions that veterans can go. So what are some areas that you have found veterans need the most assistance in?
Well, the biggest thing is the day they get out of the service, the minute they drive out that gate, they're like, what do I do now? We both have experienced that, right?
Yeah.
And so what we want to do is we want to bring an awareness to the programs that are available to them. I get asked all the time, who do I talk to? Where do I go? Who can I call? So many of the phone numbers don't work, or that they're disconnected, or they're going to someplace else now. And so they get frustrated. The frustration level among veterans is huge. It's very big. There's some bases that offer great help, on the transition program from active duty to civilian life.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are some that don't, and they miss the boat on that. And the sentiment is, oh, you're leaving. I mean, you're not one of us now, and that's a shame. It really is. So yeah, that's where I see the biggest problem right now, and the biggest need is direction.
So, Bob, Voice of the Veteran is based in Las Vegas, but I know you mentioned you worked with people from all over. Do veterans need to live in the Las Vegas area to get help with your organization?
Absolutely not. We have members, or not members. I call them members, so we're all a big military family, right?
Yeah.
We have people we help that are all over the world. And we have one veteran service officer that actually has 20,000 people, veterans that he's helped, and they're all over the world. He was helping people the other day in Australia, American veterans living there.
Yeah.
It's I go, where do you find the energy? This guy's 77 years old. He's like the Energizer Bunny on steroids. It's incredible. But
and still serving others.
Yeah. And here's the bottom line about us too. We don't charge a dime for what we do. No. I mean, because let's face it, there's a lot of veterans that are, they're homeless, they're jobless, they don't know what to do. They need that, not the hand out, but the hand up. And we want to get them there. And that's a great feeling when you're talking to a veteran and their family, or just a veteran by themselves, and they say, thank you, I got this job, or I'm not homeless anymore. Man, that hits you right here. And it's the great feeling of what we do.
Yeah, I like that. I like that saying, not a hand out, but a hand up. Yeah. And for the viewers that's watching, I mean, how are they able, or how can they honor veterans on Veterans Day?
On Veterans Day, well, on every day. I usually wear my hat, but I didn't wear it today. But it's my Air Force veteran hat, right? Mm-hmm. And if people see me, they say, thank you for your service. My response to them is not just, oh, well, thanks. No, it's thank you for your support. And you want to see somebody that just said that to you, thanks for your service, see them glow, say that to them. And, you know, even though I'm a veteran, I've been places before and I'll talk to veterans. So they'll come over to me and we'll sit down and we're at a restaurant or whatever. I'll buy their meal.
Yeah.
I don't care what day of the week it is, you know, because you hear their story, you know, they need some help. I'm not saying go out and buy their meal, but thank them, be genuine, you know, and you're make it a heartfelt thank you, because I was in during the last part of Vietnam. And I got to tell you, I have a lot of friends that were in Vietnam. Yeah, I didn't make it over there. I was one of the lucky ones, I guess you could say, and they say it too, that I was stateside. But I missed it by 5 days. We had orders to go there 5 days before we left. They canceled our orders. I never saw so many majors and captains and lieutenants or whatever crying because they were already over there and they didn't want to go. They would have gone. Oh yeah, we all would have gone. But they all say the same thing. You're lucky you didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I lost cousins over there too, so it's rough. Gosh.
Yeah. Well, it's incredible what you've been able to do, especially when you don't charge anybody a dime. So obviously, I'm sure that you guys could use some support. How can viewers find more about Voice of the Veteran?
Well, they can go to our website, which is voiceofthevet.us.
And as a fellow veteran, again, thank you for what you've done and thank you for what you continue to do. We appreciate you, Bob.
Well, thank you. And thank you for your service too.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Oh, man. All right. Well, now that the cover is all in the fields here, let's switch things up a little bit. Next, if you are looking to remodel your home, we got some tips for you.